Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some international baseball. Welcome to the Stadium of the Pirates in Rimini, Italy, for the Champions Cup final between Rimini and the Amsterdam LD Pirates. Alexis Candelario is starting the game for Rimini in the orange jersey. And let's take a look at Amsterdam lineup. Starting lineup for the Dutch team. Lead it off Nick Urbanus playing second baseman. Michael Duursma, the shortstop. Gilmer Lampe, left field. Remco Draaier, center field. Rombley, right field. Kroos, the DH. Berkenbosch at first base. Gerard, the catcher. Ossems is third baseman, and Kevin Heistek is the starting pitcher. Heistek pitched a very good game against Rimini in the first round of the Cup. The Pirates won it 6-2. Candelario is the starting pitcher for Rimini, and behind him, De Camargo catching, then Di Fabio at third, Flores shortstop, Noguera at second, and Mayor at first in the infield. Retrosi, De Simoni, and Caradonna in the outfield. Very likely, most of these outfielders will be defending Italy in the European Cup in September. And now, let's welcome Salvariale, who has won some of those. Is that right, sir?
Thanks, Ricky. I won 13. I think that's the most in Europe. And I was lucky to be on a good team in Parma. And almost every year we won the European Championship. This is a championship that's a classic. This final has Rimini against, Italy against Holland, which has always been something like that. This is a down fly ball, taken by the left fielder. That's the first out. And it's always a big rivalry, Italy, Holland. Even with the national teams, there's always a big competition with them.
Jammed by Candelario fastball, Urbanus pops it up. You see Retrosi, left fielder, going for the easy flying catch.
Yeah, this is a typical error of a hitter who opens up his right elbow and right shoulder, and this way the bat drags and becomes late with the swing.
Mickey Duursma, a veteran. Candelario is a hard-throwing pitcher in the low 90s with a very good slider. Duursma, Amsterdam team captain, and as I said, a veteran in international baseball. He has played, he was on the Dutch team who won the World Cup in 2011.
Candelaria is one of the leading strikeout pitchers in Italy, always in the top 5 in strikeouts. It should be a very interesting match. For Holland, his old friend of mine who's managing is Charlie Urbanus. I played many games against him. A great competitor.
Slider once again, and Duursma is late with his swing.
Yeah, he was fooled on the curveball. He went outside. Now 2-2 pitch. Candelaria's got to throw his best pitch. He can't risk going 3-2.
Home plate umpire Jankovic from Slovakia. Candelario is Dominican. His second season in Italy. He starred during the winter in Nicaragua. Now he goes with the breaking ball again.
Try to fool the hitter with an outside slider. And now he's got to come in. 3-2 is no place to hide. You got to challenge the hitter head on.
Timeout call. Candelario wears earrings.
I'm sure he's not the only one. Oh, nice pitch.
Backdoor slider, and he gets his first strikeout of the night.
For sure, the hitter was waiting for a fastball, and Candelario fooled him with this breaking pitch. In for a strike.
Wow, great pitch.
Yes. The hitter went ahead with his weight. He was already confirmed that he couldn't swing anymore.
And now Lampe, the left fielder, some power in the middle of the lineup for LD Amsterdam, the guy born in Aruba. He has had a few games as a professional in the American minor leagues. A lot of players on the field tonight have had their experience in pro baseball, affiliated baseball in the States. And he is all over the fastball, Lampe for a hit.
Yeah, Ricky, many players in Holland, they get signed. It's also easier for a Dutch guy who speaks English to play in American baseball. But now Italian players are starting to get signed, and they're going also to America.
First hit of the night.
Well-balanced swing.
Number 18 and the cleanup, Remco Dreyer. He's not your typical cleanup hitter.
Okay, we got to see now what Urbanus wants to do. Now, when you play in the finals, Ricky, you got to try to get an advantage right away. Okay. In fact, they're worried about him stealing second base and Lampe, because when you go to the finals, there's no tomorrow. You got to make a run right away. So knowing Urbanus, he's a very aggressive manager. He might try to steal here.
Hanks, the second pitch, and now we have a 1-1 count.
1-1 count. And we got to see what counts would be in favor of running. Because he could still lead off. He's a good hitter. He can still lead off. In this case here, you need two hits to get a run. So maybe Urbanus wants to try to steal second, and maybe one hit get the first run.
Lampe can definitely run, so...
Candelaria is keeping him real close. He just wants him to stay at least one step closer to the bag.
Breaking ball for a strike.
Wow, he could have stolen that pitch.
Yeah.
Usually the hitters, when they're at first base, they look into the catcher's signs. If they can see it's a curveball, they usually go.
Candelario is really mastering his breaking ball right now.
Well, those kids down the islands, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, they're specialized in the curveball. They throw curveballs when they were babies.
1-2 count.
Ooh, high pitch.
He was challenging him.
He chased the high pitch. Forza, maybe he was running. There was a good chance he was stealing in that play, Lampe. Because after the foul ball, he was right on second base.
With a 2-strike count on the hitter, we may have a steal sign on, but
yes.
No way we have a hit and run sign on, of course.
No, 2 outs, no.
Candelario. Another breaking ball is pretty late, Dreyer, and is pretty quick, Retrosi. Now we are going to the bottom half of the first inning. And let's take a look at Rimini's lineup. De Simoni will lead off, then Retrosi, Flores bats third, Mayora cleans up, Jairo Ramos, the veteran, 45-year-old veteran, as cleanup and DH, Caradona, the right fielder, then Camargo Noguera and Di Fabio. And we saw Candelario, the starting pitcher, on the mound. Heistek, the starting pitcher for the Pirates Amsterdam, is a very different type of pitcher compared to Candelario. More finesse than power. Here is defense. Gerard is doing the catching. Ossems at third, Duursma shortstop, Urbanus at second, and Berkenbosch at first in the infield, and then Lampe, Dreyer, and Rombley in the outfield. 6-2 was the final score during the first round for the Dutch team that kind of surprised Rimini with an aggressive type of baseball. Short ball, running, and Rimini wasn't really ready to play against this type of ball club?
Well, that's typical of Charlie Urbanus. He's that type of player. Was that type of player, also the type of manager, of course. They're mostly like the Kansas City Royals. If you remember, the Kansas City Royals, they play short ball, hit and runs, bunts, move the runner over. And that's Charlie Urbanus. That's his way of playing.
He was also a softball manager.
Yeah.
When he started coaching back in the late 80s.
Yeah. He managed my friend Ruth Elfers, a good friend of mine. They managed together.
Heistek, 28-year-old pitcher.
And of course, talking back about Charlie Urbanus again, he comes from an old family of baseball history. His father played baseball. His grandfather played baseball. It's one of the most prestigious names in Dutch baseball. Now his son plays.
Yeah. So we are down to the third generation of international ball players.
Yeah.
Stefano De Simoni.
Stefano is a hitter. Is very, very fast.
Now he pops one. Remco Dreyer, who covers a lot of ground out.
Looks like DC Money was just trying to make contact, and he was just under the ball a little bit.
Change up. Circle change thrown by Heistek. He is very good at changing speed, Heistek.
Well, it's important that a pitcher can change speeds, keep the hitter off balance. This way his fastball is more effective.
Ennio Retrosi, possibly the fastest runner in the Italian league. He's had his chance to compete in the Premier 12 back in November.
It was in Japan, right?
Yeah, Taiwan and Japan.
Taiwan and Japan. Where is he from? You remember? Was it Nettuno?
Yeah, Nettuno.
And Nettuno is a big city for baseball. It's called the City of Baseball officially. And many players, they go to many other teams.
Big curveball, the 12-6 curveball by Heistek. Rarely seen in nowadays baseball. But
Yeah, no. It was a good pitch, 0-2. You're going to throw something out of the zone, hopefully that the player will swing at it. The pitcher's still ahead. He might even throw a high fastball.
Retrosi hits one to left, and it's a good play by third baseman Olsons, and a very good defense of the bag by Kenny Berkenbush.
Yeah, good stretch.
He's better known as a hitter than as a fielder, Berkenbush. Here, Retrosi was quite ahead of the ball.
Yeah.
We've seen maybe an awkward move by Olsons, but effective, and a very good stretch at first.
Well, he caught the ball just about behind him, so he had to make a difficult spin to throw out a fast Retrosi. Good play by first baseman, pick it up.
And here we have shortstop Flores, switch hitting shortstop.
He's got the socks like the player from the San Francisco Giants, Hunter Pence, who's hurt right now. That style of socks is usually used in the NFL, the National Football League. But Hunter Pence brought it to baseball, and many players are copying that style. Over the knees.
It looks strange. He goes deep, but Remco Dreyer, as I told you, covers a lot of ground and makes it look easy.
And that ends the first inning. And we're going to the top of the second.
So we've had 4 hitters for Amsterdam, 3 for Rimini. Nothing really happened so far, and let's see how Candelario gets on, facing now the heart of the hitters, the heart of the lineup. Demi Rombley, the veteran. Arbitro Capo is the Italian for home plate umpire. And here we have Jens Weider, at first base.
Germany.
Yeah, he also umpired in the Italian league a couple of years ago. And here's David Chulanek from the Czech Republic at third. Usually in European baseball, they work with a three-man umpiring crew. Candelario facing Rombly, the veteran.
Still no score. Charlie Urbanus would like to have the first man go on base so he can maybe do some plays to try to make a point. Curveball inside corner for a strike.
In the opening round matchup, Candelario was hurt by the fact Dutch hitters went very deep in their count against him. So he couldn't get the out pitch. Now hangs a little bit the breaking ball, but...
Well, if you see a pitcher's having trouble with his control, you should make him pitch more. Maybe take a strike, you know? And maybe the count goes in the favor of the hitter. So that's a good strategy.
Candelario, someone calls him the professor because of the glasses.
I don't know if that's a good thing, because many times the guy who's got glasses means he can't see, and a hitter should worry. Maybe he gets hit by a pitch. There was a pitcher for the New York Yankees, Ryan Duran, in the 60s. He had glasses that looked like Coke bottles, very thick, and many times he hit the hitter. He was one of the first guys to throw 90. So sometimes that's not a good thing.
Daniel Rombly, he signed for the Montreal Expos, a franchise that is not existing anymore.
And they want. Hold on, the Montreal Expos, before the Major League season started, Toronto went to Montreal for, I think, a 3-game series on the request by Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, to try to promote baseball back in Montreal. And it was a big success. They had almost 50,000 people in each game. And now Major League Baseball is thinking of bringing back baseball to Montreal.
So we are talking an expansion once again.
Yes. Ooh, bel lancio. Good pitch.
Breaking ball. And Rombly is freezed. He was looking for something different and didn't have the timing to react on this breaking ball. Inside pitch.
And that's the second time Candelario gets a strikeout on a 2-strike curveball.
Yeah, perfect pitch. No chance for the hitter. He goes for the check swing, but knows right away he's out.
You can smile as much as you want, you're out. Too bad he's got a good number on his back.
Now,
drag bunt.
Cross,
foul ball.
The DH. Di Fabio playing third for Rimini.
See, the Amsterdam team needs absolutely base runners, and this was a good idea to drag bunt to get a runner.
Had he kept the ball fair, no
he
chance
was
for
safe.
a play.
He was safe.
Di Fabio makes sure he touches the ball, just to have the umpire call it foul.
Yeah, you gotta wait till the ball goes foul, then you touch it, and it's a foul ball.
Kroos, the DH, is the only player on the field tonight who has hit a home run in this tournament.
Not too many home runs.
No, not too many. You played most of your career in Europe with aluminum bats. Now, since baseball switched back to wooden bats, we had less home runs, maybe a different type of the game played in Europe. Italy was known as a country dominating through the long ball. Now it had to change the attitude.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rick. Well, I played the first 3 years. I played with wood bat. Then we went to metal, okay. And there was this Charlie Urbanus, and there were too many runs being played. It was a really bad baseball. It was like a massacre at the OK Corral. It was always each game. Now, with the wood bat, it's more baseball. Now you can play baseball. The strategy There's bunts, there's hit and runs. There's a better way of playing baseball now.
Every now and then I wonder what could have pitchers like Jan Dick Leurs of the Dutch or David Farina of Italy done playing with wooden bats.
Oh, they would have dominated. They would have dominated. Jan Dick Leurs with his wicked slider, and Dave Farina with his wicked fastball. They would have had low ERAs, earned run averages. And they were good, but they would have dominated even more.
Candelario on a 1-2 count, he goes outside. 2-2.
Looked like a sinker that went too much outside. Usually against left-handers, right-hand pitchers throw the sinker that should hit the left-hand corner.
Now he goes with the breaking ball and strikes him out. As you saw, the catcher had to throw to first because the catcher didn't have full control of the ball.
Yeah, the ball was on the ground. He had to assist in first base. Here we go, pitch again.
Nasty.
If there was one in first base already, he didn't have to throw to first base. But there was empty, so there was no one on base, so he had to throw to first.
Gross makes a try. And this is Berkenbosch, the first baseman.
Check swing, foul ball. Candelario, till now, he's been pretty good because he's not just relying on a fastball. He's mixing his pitches up with changeups, curves, slurs, sliders, and keeping the Amsterdam team off balance.
Breaking ball inside.
He's relying, Candelario is relying very much on the breaking ball. Slider outside.
Yeah, he has two different types of breaking ball.
Yeah.
This slider, maybe cutter, I don't know. It was anyway.
Look at more like a slurve.
One of the coaches for Rimini catch
the
corner, la esquina. Maybe he was talking to the umpire. Take a look at the corner. It's not an easy job umpiring in baseball.
No, it's very difficult. Very difficult.
2-2 count in the ground.
Good block by Camaro. Now they have the replay in America. I like that. This way the call would be right. I think in about 100 years they're going to have the home plate, the balls and strikes will be under the radar. Not now, but maybe in 100 years.
Yeah, that would be fun. No complaints on
the
calls.
umpire be home plate just to call the runner out at home. Echo.
Strike 3 on a swing and miss by Berkenbosch. Once again the breaking ball. Candelario is fully charged. Now he needs just a few runs from his teammates. Second at bat for Rimini, starting by Maiora, the first baseman and cleanup hitter. Looks like a game that will be decided on episodes.
Well, it's the finals. These are the finals, and you got to be concentrated the whole game. You have no time to relax, and whoever strikes first got a little advantage.
Number 13, Heistek on the hill for Amsterdam, and Mayor at bat, first baseman. The big breaking ball and the strike.
And the Rimini team has used this uniform for over 40 years. I remember when I came in, they had the derby gum, the same color uniforms, orange and white.
Rimini won their first league title in 1975 and their first European Cup, I believe, in 1977. but I know.
I think we won. I think the
You
Parma
won
team.
77. No, 78. Rimini was
78, yes.
And I know for a fact that Rimini hasn't won the cup since 1989. So now they host the final and they really want this European title.
It's very prestigious. So we won in 77 on a famous game against the Harlem Nickels in Parma. About 10,000 people. The score was 6-4. In all the runs, there were 2-run homers. There were 5 2-run homers that won the game.
Yeah, I do remember.
I remember a little bit too.
Won by Salvariale, you know him.
Yeah. Giorgio Castelli.
And Carlos Guzman.
Yes.
And a guy.
Gary Holland.
He was a former.
In fact, in the newspapers, the day later, it says Parma 6, Holland 4. Però Harlem Nickels era una grande squadra. C'era Lours sul Monte, quello era lì. Yannick Lours.
Yannick Lours. High stick. Majora goes deep, but ahead of the pitch, so he couldn't keep it fair.
Boy, these Dutch players are all tall guys. I think they are the tallest Europeans, the Dutch. And this pitcher here has the classical size of a pitcher, very tall.
He's a 6'4" guy.
6'4", wow.
Majora, he has a lot of power, but cannot stay back for the changeup and swings and misses.
Yeah, that changeup is always very effective, you know, because these guys going to bat, they're all hopped up for the fastball, and then comes the changeup, and they're way ahead with the bat.
He has some guts, high stick, to throw a 3-2 changeup.
Well, you got to keep the ball low. If you keep the ball high, it can be hit. So the key thing about throwing a changeup is to keep it low. Even if you have to bounce it in there, but don't keep it high. There he is. What do you say, 45 years old?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Jairo Ramos, the godfather.
He's trying to drag one? I can't believe this.
What?
I guess Rimini's desperate.
He tried to surprise.
He surprised me. I'm not even playing.
It was not a bad idea. The problem with Jairo is that he couldn't go over the pitcher.
He couldn't pass the pitcher, you're right. Most probably the third baseman was playing real back. If he was, then that was a smart play. But we can't see a replay.
2 outs, 2 quick outs, and Mirko Caradon, another player from Nettuno. You see very good average in this tournament, 4.55.
I think Caradon, he signed professional one time with Houston.
No, not
Wasn't
Caradon.
him? Was another one?
Mm-hmm. Another guy from Nettuno, Martone.
Martone, wow.
He looks a little bit like him.
Yeah.
Chops one, and Olsen's maybe doesn't look a really steep at third, but very effective. Big guy with long arms, long limbs, but can throw players out. You see Candelario's ritual before getting back to work.
What does he do? Write something on the mound?
Yeah.
Looks like he's writing something with his fingers.
Maybe.
Something like good luck. Yeah, baseball players are kind of strange. They're very traditional. They have many beliefs, and when they think something's going to help them, they'll do it.
Rashid Gerard, the catcher. 1 strike. Broken bat to second baseman. Not a problem for Nogueira. Gets the second out at first.
Well, the one thing I got to say, the 2 pitchers, they're throwing not too many pitches. This is on the second pitch, and Gerard hits the second base.
Plenty of time for Nogueira.
Nogueira is a player who passed by Parma for a couple of years.
Jesse Ossoms, the third baseman, another big guy.
Big guy, yeah. Nice swing, too. Maybe he has too much of a kick. His right foot, maybe he's too much kicking. This could take away from his timing. Let's take a better look when he hits.
Candelario shakes a couple. Now.
Yeah, kicking is not always the best effective way of hitting a baseball because it ruins your timing. Plus, he doesn't have a wide stance. That would help him if he widens his stance a little bit. You have more control of your body.
0-2 count. Wow, that was a low one.
Yeah, well, you know, left-hand hitters, they'd love the low pitch. That's normal. I don't know why. These are strange things in baseball you can't explain. But on low pitches, the left-hand hitter loves them.
O2 count. And
base hit.
Gets a base hit on the hanging slider.
Yeah, he waited real well, and he timed it. It was slow enough to him to catch up to it.
Second base hit of the night for Amsterdam, and a little blooper. Mirko Caradonna gets it at 1 hop. And now, second at bat of the night for Nick Urbanus.
Nick Urbanus is the son of Charlie Urbanus. He follows a tradition of baseball players. I remember Charlie had number 14 and his son Nick number 2 now.
He was signed by the Houston Astros.
He was signed, okay. His father Charlie, the manager, is trying to push the runner to second base. Nick Urbanus showed a bunt. But let's see if he continues. Keep the guy close to first. The Rimini defense will defend against the bunt, most probably. Remember, this is the final game of the Cup of Champions. So every run's important. He was swinging away.
That's a high ball one. 1-1 count.
Usually, with 1 out, Ricky, you don't bunt a guy. You know, if anything, you can do anything with a runner or 1 out, you do a hit and run. Now the camera is showing the whole field, the whole infield.
Yeah, they corrected the pitch count. It's 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count.
Nice swing. Nick Urbanus had a nice swing on that pitch.
Foul ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
We can spot Orlando Munoz, the manager for Rimini, Venezuelan guy who has had a career in Italy. Modena, Parma.
Great player. Great play for Parma. Great player for Modena.
He played 2 finals as a player, with Modena in 2003 and with Parma in 2010, winning the league title in 2010. Then he won the league title with Rimini last year as a manager.
Yeah, in 2010, he made the last out. It was a ground ball to him. He made the last out against Bologna.
Now we have ball 3 on Urbanus. That's a very good count to hit and run.
Yes, definitely. Now you got to see what Candelario throws. Usually when these counts come along, he's throwing his curveball again. That's his best pitch tonight, is his curveball. But let's see if he throws a fastball, which Urbanus is going to wait for.
He was sitting on a fastball, but it was inside, so he didn't swing. And now we have Amsterdam at second base, scoring position. Urbanus at first, Ossoms at second, and Duursma coming up.
Hey, you got the good hitters coming up for Amsterdam now, so they can take advantage of the situation. Candelaria's got to try to induce the hitter to hit into double play. How do you do that? The people at home are trying to say, well, the main thing is try to throw the ball on the outside corner. This way, the batter will roll his hands in a way to hit the ball, maybe the shortstop or third base. In fact, there's an outside pitch. Candelaria is trying to get the double play ball.
Gets a strike for now. Duursma, shortstop. Inside for ball one.
He's mixing him up, inside, outside.
Duursma has had his best days at second base, in my opinion. Now he plays, thanks to his experience, knowledge of the game at shortstop. Maybe he's not the shortstop with the widest range. One.
Outside. See, Candelaria is mixing him up. He was outside, then inside, now outside. Now he has an advantage. What we've seen Candelaria do when he's at an advantage, he throws the curveball.
He can come back with curveball and fastball. So it makes it difficult for the hitter to guess. Breaking ball.
That was a bad pitch. Bad pitch.
1-2. I mean 2-2.
Well, if you're gonna, Rick, if you're gonna waste a pitch, at least keep it close. That was way off. Now at 2-2, he's got to throw his best pitch. Because you don't want to go at 3-2. Little bug situation on home plate.
Awesome gets a good lead at second. Candelaria.
Curveball.
Oh, wow, he's chasing the breaking ball. That was way outside.
Well, when you have 2 strikes on you, Rick, you got to protect the plate. You got to enlarge the strike zone, but that was really far away. I don't know what the batter was looking at. You could, enlarge the strike zone, but not that much. That's way out. That's in the left-hander's box, batter's box.
So he gets the second out, striking out Duursma, and faces Lampe, who got on with a base hit in the first inning. He's calling timeout too late, and the umpire shakes at him and strike one.
Yeah, you could call a timeout, but it's the umpire who decides. And you can't call a timeout at the last minute. You have to give time to everybody. So the umpire rightfully disagreed. Hey, Camaro, he goes out to the mound. I'd like to know how old Camaro is. I mean, he was away from Italian baseball for like 3 or 4 years. Now he comes back.
Yeah,
he's got to be around 40 years old.
Yeah, something like that. I saw him play for the Brazilian national team in 2002, and he was looking for information about getting his qualification as Italian citizen.
Well, I kind of helped him. But he didn't come to me. He went to someone else because I found his relative's birth certificate in Modena. Then all of a sudden he disappeared from me.
Galavotti was the funny thing is that in international baseball he was known as Galavotti, his mother's name. According to the Italian law, he keeps the father's last name, Camargo. So as an Italian, he plays with his Brazilian last name. That's funny.
That's really funny. Because in Italian law, the mother's name is nowhere in his official name. The Spanish people, yes. Italians, no. They're trying to change that law to make that a law also in Italy.
So we have a 0-2 count on Lampe.
And he doesn't go fishing like the hitter before.
Candelaria is really effective when he can throw the breaking ball for strikes or convince the hitter that the breaking ball is going to be a strike when it's not.
I think he's going to throw another curveball because that's his best pitch today. He's way ahead in the count 1-2. I think he's going to throw another curveball on the outside corner. No, fastball.
Fastball, and Lampe is really late on this one.
It was a high fastball. He was probably waiting for a curveball also.
Forcing fastball. Out power.
Yeah, four-seam.
We go to the bottom half of the third, and Rimini will start over with the lineup.
Oh, you know, I always like these European championships with ball clubs. You get to meet the other players from the other countries. It's always a nice situation. Lasts for a week. You make new friends. And probably when you get to the final, if you get to the final, you're lucky enough to get to the finals. It's really interesting.
So you guys didn't get used to winning. It was always a new discovery. Winning.
No, the strategy, when you go into these European championships, a lot of countries say, I'm going to save my best pitcher for last, this, blah, blah, blah. No, you got to win every game. You can't make calculations. Well, I'll lose this one and win the next three. When you win the European Championship, the strategy is to win every game. If you win every game, you have no problems. But a lot of teams that make the calculations. You can't do that because the championship is only for a week, and you don't have time to make calculations. You got to win every game.
You basically play a final a day. Rimini lost the first game, struggled to beat the Dutch team, the German team, the Legionnaire from Regensburg, and then had an easy night against Prague. After beating Bologna, the other Italian team, in the semi-final, now they are trying to win the title.
Hey, as long as I don't know who was pitching for Germany, but he must have been very good. Because if you get the pictures, ooh, nice play. Nick Urbanus. Man, nice play in the hole and throws out.
Pretty good contact by Camargo, but Urbanus had plenty of time. As many catchers, Camargo is not the fastest hitter out there. Very good sliding catch and plenty of time.
Yeah, he caught the ball in back of himself. Look where he gets the glove is. It's in the back.
Very athletic.
Yes, very difficult. His father was the same way. He played the same way. He was great. His father pitched also.
Freddy Nogueira. Basically an opposite field type of hitter.
This is a player I really like because very serious player. He is no fun, no kidding around. Ooh, first
Another backhand. Wow. I didn't remember Berkenbosch as such a good first baseman. He's made a couple of very nice plays.
Well, he just opened his eyes now. Those plays you got to take a risk and hope that the ball goes in your glove. Very difficult bounce, that is. Not easy.
Yeah, the easy part is getting to the bag.
Yeah.
The difficult part was
look at this bounce.
Catching
very
this
difficult. It's one of those, you call them do or die plays. Either you do it or you don't.
2 outs. Nogueira is the cousin of Francisco Cervelli, the Italian-Venezuelan catcher who plays in the big leagues. And
he just signed a big contract too.
Yeah. Di Fabio, last hitter of the lineup. Lorenzo Di Fabio doesn't do much with this breaking pitch.
Very bad swing.
0-1. Di Fabio is a player developed in the Rimini farm system. Mm-hmm. Actually, he's the only one on the field tonight. He's not your typical third baseman. Very good defensively, not a lot of power at bat, but a guy who can get on base.
That's all you need. Well, the thing is, he's ninth in hitting, right? He's ninth in the order. When you're ninth in the order, usually could switch as first in the order, and it's usually a fast guy. So that's perfect for his situation.
Yeah, Rimini is a team that can run, except for Camargo and maybe Ramos, or at least Ramos used to run. He's not so young anymore now. An easy roller to short, and that's all for the third at bat. So 1/3 of the game, still no score, and Amsterdam will start over from cleanup position with Remco Dreyer. You see Amsterdam 2 hits, Rimini still hitless. Remco Dreyer gets a hit on the first pitch.
And now you can see something happening. Urbana's got the first guy at bat. I would think, I don't know who the next guy, Robley, if he's a guy who could bunt. It'd be a good play right now to bunt the guy. There's a ball that remains a little high. We should have went down more.
Yeah.
There's a hanging curveball. Now we can see what Charlie Urbanez does with Robley.
Dreyer is a very fast runner, but Robley is a right-handed hitter.
He's got 0 outs. You got no outs. You want to move that runner over. I don't know how bad or how good Robley is in bunting, but the play is to bunt right now. Candelaria is keeping him close because they're waiting for this bunt to come, and they're going to try to get him out at second.
Danny Robley playing right field and batting 5th. Fouls one, so 0-1 count. Robley can hit for San Paulo.
Yeah, but the main thing you don't want to do is have him hitting a double play. Now, you got a pitcher like Candelaria on the mound, he can induce a hitter to hit a double play with his curveballs. So I don't know what Charlie Urbanez wants to do now, but you get in the hole 0-1. I would have tried to move him over and not risk the double play, but I'm not the manager.
Remco Dreyer, a good lead. That was a pitch out.
Well, they know that Amsterdam is going to try to go to second base somehow, or steal, or a hit and run, or a bunt.
With the hitters down by 1 strike, it was an easy call for Camargo, the pitch out, just to control the running game.
Yeah, because you know why? Now Amsterdam knows that Candelaria throws a lot of curveballs, and it's very easy to steal on a curveball. The percentages are there.
Tries to bunt it, but if it was a sacrifice bunt, it was not well executed.
No, that was a bunt for a hit. He bunt for a base hit, and I think the runner was going also, I think.
We had a pretty good race for the ball.
Oh, yeah.
The batted foul. It's typical in baseball ballparks all over the world. The kids just care about the foul balls.
Oh, yeah, they don't care. They want to go look at that baseball. Even if they go and, like, 15 kids go for the ball, they all believe they will get the ball, you know? If I saw 10 kids, I wouldn't even try. But young kids are beautiful. They love to go get that ball. Okay, now at 1 ball, 2 strikes, Charlie Urbanez is thinking the guy's going to throw a curveball. He's going to try to steal here, I think.
Strikes him out.
The curveball, but no steal. That would have been a good pitch to go steal line. And Camaro, who didn't field the ball cleanly, would have easily been safe in second.
You would have had the strikeout, but also the runner in scoring position. Robley pretty much off timing.
Well, they got rid of a dangerous player right now. They got Kroos.
Kroos, the DH, another left-hander. It's pretty much mixed, the Dutch lineup. Left-hander, right-hander, left-hander, right-hander.
That's a good mix. That's a good mix, because when you go into later innings and they make pitching changes, they try to match up. You know, left-hander with left-hander, right-hander with right-hander. But going left, right, it's very difficult.
Here, Cruz got a pretty good pitch to hit, but looked at it. It's very likely not going to get another fastball in this at-bat.
Well, that means the guy on first could steal. Plus, you got left-hand hitters covering the eye vision of the catcher.
Fastball.
Yeah.
Outside for strike 2.
Now for sure it'll be a curveball.
Wonder what Cruz is looking for. If he didn't
When you're a hitter, you always got to look for a fastball and adjust to the curve. Always. You can't be fooled by the fastball. So you got to open your stance, maybe choke up a little bit like he's doing right now, and make contact.
He was looking for a breaking pitch.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the souvenir, famous souvenir. I went to Yankee Stadium many times when I was a little kid. I never got a foul ball. Joe Pepitone hit a ball before the game in batting practice. I got that, but it was old ball. You want that white pearl. I think he's going to throw a curveball.
0-2 count?
Yeah. No. Either a curveball in the dirt or a high fastball, usually. But knowing Candelaria and his way of pitching, they were probably worried he's going to steal. So they switched to the fastball, which was a good idea. High fastball is good, because if you try to steal, that's like a pitch out.
Candelario, and he swings at the ball in the dirt. You're not going to get a hit or a good contact on that type of pitch.
Now, the people at home, they're saying, why didn't the player go to first base? Because the ball was in the ground. The reason is because first base was occupied, and that's an automatic out for the batter. So there's no throw to first. If there was 2 outs, 1 man on first, then he could go to first base. The hitter could go to first base. But in this case, less than 2 outs, man on first, strike out in the dirt, the batter can't advance.
But the runner at first could.
Oh, he could,
so,
yes.
So we had,
yes.
Now we have Remco Dreyer in scoring position. Dreyer looks like he loves to slide. He had no need to.
Well, we're in the finals over here. You can't risk. You can't take any risks. I mean, he didn't see that Kamara lost the ball. He think he's going to catch the ball and throw to second. So he can't risk it. And when you're in doubt, always slide.
1 strike on Kenny Berkenbosch. The Dutch team are pretty well known for hustling a lot when they're on the field.
Yeah, that's their mentality. Always was that. Always hustling in and off the field, and when they're playing, it's their mentality. They are hard-working players, even hard-working off the field. In their jobs, they're hard-working people, very serious, and always had good coaching.
The guy swatting in the back of the screen is Rob Cordemas, probably the best-known pitcher in Europe, but hurt. He cannot pitch.
He's still pitching?
Yeah, at 40.
Rob Cordemas. I remember we were in the Olympics in Sydney, and he beat the Cuban team. And he has beaten the Cuban team a couple of times, which is not easy.
He was the starting pitcher on that final championship game of the 2011 World Cup. Holland beat Cuba 2-1. Well, actually, it was the Kingdom of the Netherlands, officially. Yeah, Holland is not even the proper name for the Netherlands. It's just a region in the Netherlands, to be precise, 100%. Walk. Berkenbosch had a very good at-bat, but it was a smart decision by Candelario not serving a good pitch to hit with first base open.
Yeah, but Candelaria is wasting a lot of pitches. sooner or later he's got to come in. And with the patient Dutch team, it's not a good thing.
Gerald, he grounded out in his first at bat and gets down by one strike here.
That was a side-on curveball. And Candelaria throws from all different directions. Overhand, sidearm.
Remco Dreyer can cover the 54 feet to home plate in a hurry. 0-1 count.
That was a good idea by Candelaria to mix it up a little bit. You can't always throw the curveball. You got to show them a fastball to keep them off balance and honest. Now 1-1, doesn't know what's going to pitch now.
Breaking ball.
Inside corner.
He's been very effective on that inside corner with the breaking ball against right-handers.
Yes, because the ball's going towards the head of the hitter, and all of a sudden it breaks into the right-hander's corner.
Breaking ball, and he strikes him out. Candelario put a couple of runners on, but then struck out the side, so still no score. But Amsterdam has so far 5 left on.
He must have a real good curveball, because the ball again was on the out of the strike zone by a lot. The hitters are not disciplined. To hit a breaking ball like that, you got to open your legs very much to keep a real balanced body. You can see the curveball better, but they're missing by a lot.
3 hits for Amsterdam, 5 left on. Rimini has yet to get on base. And De Simone starts over. Shows bunt, strike one. Stefano De Simone flied out in the first at bat.
Yeah, De Simone's many years he's played in the Italian league. More than 10 years, I believe.
He's still pretty young.
Yeah.
Born 88. Wow!
Oh, what a
diving
catch.
catch.
What a catch.
Lampe. He definitely robs De Simone of a hit. He's gone with the pitch, opposite field. Everything very well done, but couldn't calculate the talent and athleticism of Lampe.
Yeah, it's a difficult play. And that saved Amsterdam, because De Simone would have been the first runner on
Yeah, and Retrosi now is at bat, and he's a very good bunter. He goes with a chopper. Probably third baseman was playing in.
Because of a bunt, possible bunt.
And had he been in his proper position, that would have been an easy out at
For
first.
sure, for sure. Let's see it again on the replay. He's got protected against a drag bunt, because Rimini needs players. He was way ahead, like you said, and the ball was just too hard to handle. They call it the hot corner, not for nothing.
He goes with the two-seamer, and he gets what he wants.
Yeah.
A grounder, but
Now Munoz, the manager for Rimini, could start doing things now. Retrosi being a fast runner, he could probably steal. He's got to try to just guess which pitch to send Retrosi to second base.
he hasn't had many chances to manage Pepita Munoz.
Now you got Jose Flores hitting, a left-hander. He was running.
That was a hit and run.
Yes.
No chance to get the out because Flores is so fast. Rimini plays a very good running game when they have
very
a chance.
very good. On the first pitch, Munoz didn't waste time. They hit a hit and run. Flores hit a very lucky hit because it was supposed to be like a ground ball to shortstop, This is like a swinging bunt, and it just made a good hop for Rimini.
Yeah, Berkenbosch comes away from the bag. He doesn't want high stick to overthrow.
There again is the replay. Flores.
With runners at first and second, you still have a good chance for a double play.
Yes. Pitcher decides not to throw. Maybe he could have caught the guy at second baseman. The second base turning, but the guy at second didn't turn. Retrosi stayed at second. So you got man on first and second.
And Mayor at bat.
And one out.
A little conference on the mound. It was a hit and run. Runner in motion, takes a look, Retrosi. Easy to second, but the ball is in front of him, so he cannot risk anything.
It wasn't the kind of hit Flores wanted to do. He wanted to hit a hard ball towards shortstop. But it took a lucky or an unlucky hop. Lucky for Rimini.
And this is Rob Cordemans going to talk to the pitcher. He's also the pitching coach for Amsterdam.
A very good one, too.
Daniel Mayora, the first baseman.
Ooh, Bella. Nice pitch, nice pitch.
He goes outside, little low, but he got the call. Many umpires are more generous on the outside part of the strike zone.
That's true.
Inside, and this is
That was inside. That was inside.
Yeah, good framing by the catcher, but not enough to
get a call.
Yeah.
We're 0-0, bottom of the fourth, as you see on the scoreboard. We're here in Rimini, Italy. The finals of the Cup of Champions 2016. Amsterdam against Rimini.
Retrosi and Dursma, runner and the shortstop. Not really sure what
nice pitch.
Gerard was trying to do.
That was a good pitch to hit.
1 ball, 2 strikes. He overlooked the fastball, Mayor.
Well, Mayor's having a hard time here in the European Championships. He's only hitting 190. That's really low.
He has a pretty good runner at second, so with a base hit, he's definitely gonna score. High stick. Breaking ball. And he gets past the third base bag. Retrosi scores. Rimini scores first. And the crowd goes mad.
Happy New Year. But that was a bad pitch by the pitcher because you get a hitter who's in a slump right now, hitting only 190, and you speed his bat with a change-up curve. Look at that. That's helping the hitter out.
Yeah, it's also in the middle of the plate.
And also in the middle of the plate. With a hitter who's struggling right now, you got to come hard and inside.
And a very good play by left fielder, who was right on the ball before it got to the fence. See Retrosi, he knows he will make it. And
let's see Flores, what he does.
Flores goes right to third and stops. Retrosi could just jog to the home plate. No need to rush.
Yeah, fast runner. Now Rimini's got man on second and third.
And they intentionally walk the Godfather.
The Godfather. That's smart because he's an experienced hitter, a clutch hitter. You got left-hander, right-hander situation, okay? And after Ramos, you got a younger player, Cardona, with less experience but less than Ramos. And you set up now a force play for a double play at any base. So that helps the defense out.
Cardona at bat, and they will have 2 chances, Cardona and then Camargo, if he doesn't hit into a double play.
Well, now Amsterdam's got to try to induce Cardona to hit a double play. And the only way they could do that is to, throw the ball outside, hoping that he tries to turn over his hand, hit the ball on the ground. Now, let's see how Amsterdam plays their defense. It should be first and third in and shortstop and second base back for the double play.
Heistek probably going low. No, he goes low, yeah, but inside. I'm not sure that was the location Jared was looking
Yeah,
for.
that was a strange pitch right there. But hey, listen,
It's
it was
strike
effective.
one.
Yeah, strike one.
Flores at third, Mayor at second, and Ramos at first. All Venezuelan. Swings and misses.
Those are perfect pitches for a ground ball. Now 0-2. He could waste a couple pitches right now. He doesn't have to throw a strike. Maybe he could start throwing some balls on the outside corner or a high fastball. But I would think on the outside corner, but it's got to be a ball. It can't be a strike. In America, we have 0-2. You throw a strike, you get fined.
Yeah, the worst that can happen to pitcher is to give up on a two-strike count. That's very bad also for your spirit, for your mood.
There you go, outside pitch, good. I mean, that shows, the hitter sees that, the hitter says, hey, the guy's smart. He's thinking out there, so. He could do something better now, better than a fastball outside. I would try to curveball, but way outside.
Another fastball,
Okay.
and another ball.
See, now the hitter, Rick, now the hitter's got to enlarge the strike zone, so anything close to the plate, he's got to swing. That was a good pitch to throw. It was just outside.
Cardona grounded out to third in his first at bat. Now, a chopper, he gets it and forces out at the home plate.
Okay, the strategy works. Either you get a double play or you go first, third baseman or first baseman go home to first. The
That's why
third
you
baseman,
want
the third baseman threw too high, so the catcher didn't have a chance to throw to first base.
That's why you want a 7-foot third baseman.
Okay, yeah.
Di Fabio wouldn't have had a chance to get the idea.
No. Well, the Dutch people are all tall people, so they have a little advantage. But Rimini's still there. They got bases loaded still.
They could get the break if Camargo gets a base hit. Strike one.
Slow curveball.
That
That was a good pitch to hit.
Camargo.
I could probably still hit that pitch.
Camargo regrets.
Babe, you could hit that pitch.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess he was just taking a strike. Ooh,
Goes
close,
back
close,
in the
close.
same zone.
He is really nicking that outside plate.
Mayor at third now. Flores was forced out at the home plate. Swings and misses.
Rick, you said home plate. When they first started playing baseball in the 1800s, home plate was a plate. It was an actual plate. You eat off of.
A dish.
A dish, yeah. In fact, they called it a dish also. And then they just kept the name, plate, dish. They didn't have enough bases, so they just put a dish at home plate, and that was official name. But people say, why do they call it plate? What's the story?
That's a good story.
It's a little small little thing.
1-2 count.
Wow. See, Camaro there with 2 strikes. I don't know. He risked right there. He risked being strikeout. You don't want the umpire to call you out. Never. I'd rather strike out with a ball a little bit outside the zone than an umpire calling a strike and you walking to the dugout. Ooh.
And he calls him out.
See, something like that.
Shouldn't happen. I mean,
It was a ball, but he had a swing. It's near the plate. Let's see where the ball went.
I guess it was not a very good call by the umpire, but
But we got to see it a little bit.
yeah.
Where's the ball?
Well,
It's a corner. It's right in the corner.
It's a corner. He
You
could
gotta
have called
swing.
it ball because it was an inside
Yeah,
pitch.
but you know, Rick, when you got 2 strikes on you, you got to enlarge your legs and cover the whole zone. He was too close to the plate.
Now, we said Candelario is wearing earrings. The umpire didn't like it.
Well, actually, it's the batter who's got a complaint.
Yeah, anyway.
If it's a distraction, he's got to take it off.
So Candelario is playing without earrings. 1 ball and
Now, if you see the major league pitchers now, what they're wearing, it's unbelievable.
Awesome.
Oh, ball going towards the middle, base hit.
Base hit. Awesomes is 2 for 2 now.
There you go. Now, Amsterdam could start doing some plays. They absolutely got to try to tie the game up, and let's see if he goes with a bunt.
Urbanus is the best hitter of the cup so far. Pretty good swing.
Oh yeah, he's hitting over 500. But he might do a hit and run. If he's that good of a hitter, he might throw a hit and run in there.
For sure, you shouldn't pitch low and outside to Awesomes because he turned both times the outside pitch into hit. Urbanus shows bunt, doesn't bunt well. Strike 1.
Yeah, Charlie Urbanus, the manager of Amsterdam, they want to go back on the scoreboard. They got to start now. And, you know, many times a bunt will make confusion in the defense. It could cause an error. But at least you get a guy at second base. Let's see if he still goes with the bunt at 0-1, or switch to a hit and run, or let him hit away.
Shows bunt again.
Oh, slash. He was slashing. A slash is when you fake the bunt and take a swing. So what you're doing, you're showing the bunt, and the pitcher says, well, no, I'll throw it right to the middle of the plate, and it becomes a very easy pitch to swing at. Let's see what he does now. He's swinging away. Ooh. Just outside.
He's not buying the umpire. He shakes Candelario. He's not buying on the outside corner.
No.
1-1 count.
Let's see what he does here. Looks like he wants to bunt. No.
Wow,
Wow.
He gets a hit. Goes right to the fence. Caradonna is on the ball. Awesome's at third, and ball gets to the home plate. It's an easy stand-up double for Urbanus.
Now, Nick Urbanus saw a high pitch. He just tomahawked it. Because the only way you can hit this high pitch is use a tomahawk swing. Look at that. He used a tomahawk, and he gets a nice hit down there.
Right in his eyes. Not much else Caradonna could have done.
I don't know why first guy on first didn't go home. Must be a slow runner.
Second and third.
I think we're going to have a visit from the mound.
This is trouble.
A Munoz or a pitching coach. No, this is Illuminati. It's going on the mound.
Is the former catcher and now pitching coach. And this is Jose Escalona, the left-hander.
The meeting has finished.
Rimini has Escalona available. Swings,
big
foul
swing.
tip, and
Big swing, and then the umpire got caught, got hit on a foul ball. I don't know where he got hit. I think I hit on my arm.
Dursma struck out both times at the plate tonight. Candelario. He has to strike out this one. Maybe then they can intentionally walk. If he strikes him out, they can intentionally walk Lampe and play for a double play to get out of the jam. Awesome's at third.
Boy, Rick, I gotta say one thing. Candelaria tonight has thrown many curveballs, and I don't know if he's a little bit tired because you throw many curveballs, you get something taken off on your arm. And these guys have seen it twice already, so they're getting used to his type of pitches. They've had some good looks at Candelaria's pitches. Good block by Camargo.
Yeah, Candelaria showed a lot from the very beginning.
Yes. Now maybe the Dutch players will not be fooled as they were before because they can read better the rotation of the curveball.
Two count. To first base. He gets the out at first on the comebacker.
Yeah, it was too risky for the man on third to come home. So what Candelaria does, he gets the ball, he checks the runner at third, then he throws to first.
Very good rotation on this ball.
Yes. Check the runner at third, and he throws to first. Plenty of time.
One out. Lampe. The situation still sees runners at second and third, Urbanus at second, and Ossems at third. Number 2, Nick Urbanus. You see on the bottom of your screen. Breaking ball. Ball 1. Candelario looks like he wanted this call. Candelario. Another one for the strike.
Well, that's his bread and butter pitch, Ricky. Curveball. He's been throwing that all night. But you know what? Munoz must be aware that after a while they're going to get to recognize this pitch. You might have to make a change pretty soon.
Breaking ball outside. Ball 2. We saw Escalona warm up in the bullpen. He also has Terran, who pitched 3 very good innings in the semifinal. Corradini, who hasn't pitched much in this tournament. So,
well, you know,
they have plenty of arms.
Yeah,
right?
well, this is the finals, you know. Everybody's going to be ready. Now, from the 5th inning on, everybody's going to be in the bullpen ready to throw. Maybe you got to pitch to one hitter. Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Strike 2 on the
Strike
outside
2.
corner.
And the hitter didn't like that. He thought maybe it was a ball. I'd like to see the replay on that. Now, with 2 strikes, a pitch like that, he's got to swing. Two and 2, 1 out. Ooh, fastball, high and away. That was more like a waist pitch.
Yeah, now we have a 3-2 count.
3-2 count. The bread and butter pitch for Candelaria all night was the curveball. I think he's going to throw a curveball right now. But the hitter can't wait for a curveball. He's going to wait for fastball and adjust on the curve. There it is.
Gets one to second baseman. Gets the out at first, but Ossems score, and we have a new ball game now. 1-1. They tied it up immediately.
Well, that's winning baseball, Rick. Hitting to the right side of the field, you move the runners along, and less than two outs, you score runs that way. That's winning baseball.
Ossems has no doubt he goes to score.
If it was hit to third base, he wouldn't have scored because it was too much of a risk.
But Camargo wanted an outside pitch here, so...
Well, he's been getting a lot of strikeouts with the outside curveball.
2 outs now, though. Moves in Di Fabio, the third baseman. We have now Urbanos at third. 2 outs. But Dreyer, in the same situation, in the qualifying round, bunted in a run.
Oh,
now,
they hit!
They hit him.
See, these are little things here, Rick, that little signs that maybe your pitch is getting tired. We're in the 5th inning right now. I don't have a pitch count, but he's been throwing a lot of curveballs. Now Candelaria is doing a little stretching with his arm. Might be feeling a little bit of fatigue, in throwing.
2 outs. Dreyer at first. Urbanos at third, and Rombley is at bat. Candelaria struck him out 2 times tonight.
Now you got to see whether Charlie Urbanos wants to do a first and third steal play, even with 2 outs.
That would be really aggressive baseball.
Yes, well, first base, guy on first, foul ball. Guy on first steals, he gets into a trap play, okay, and as the catcher throws a second, the guy on third breaks for home. And I think Nick Urbanos is a pretty fast runner. And Rombley hasn't been really hitting the cover off the baseball lately either.
Oh, 1 count.
There it is. He might have stolen. Camaro threw a fake to second. He was worried about the first and third double steal.
Looks like he expected it.
Looked like a delayed steal. I think it was a delayed steal. No, he stole regular. Okay, he was trying to get into a rundown. See that? Just as we were talking about. Get into a rundown. This way, the man on third comes home. But the catcher didn't go for it.
So Dreyer steals.
Yeah, Charlie Urbanos is trying to steal a run from Rimini.
But now he has 2 in scoring position for Rombley.
Yeah, Rombley has had a decent batting average around 260 this tournament. Has a chance to bat in 2 runs.
Swings and is
nice
at least foul tips it. 2 strikes anyway.
Well, we all know he's going to throw now.
Yeah.
We can become Major League Scouts now, Nick. He's going to throw a curveball.
He sticks it to the breaking ball.
Dos. As the Cubans would say, the cuenta de ponche. That means the count for a strikeout. Speak a little Cuban in here.
Yeah, sure. Ponche is a very funny expression. That is how the Cubans understood on the radio, punched up.
Yeah, but it's wrong. I'll explain to you why. And when you go to let's see what the action has here. I'll explain why they put a K as a strikeout. They thought it was a knockout punch, but it wasn't. Here we go. We got dos, the famous 2-2-2 on Rombley. Let's see what Candelaria throws. I bet it's a curveball. There it is.
In the dirt. Full count now. Everybody will freeze on the bags on this pitch. No need to run for the Dreyer at second.
There's no force play. Yeah, there's no force play. Then later I'll explain to you about the strikeout.
Very important pitch, this one,
Yes.
for Candelario.
Very important part of the game right now. 1-1. You got two ducks on the pond, as you say in America.
Another
throws
breaking
a
ball for a
curveball
ball,
again.
and he loads the bases.
He loads the bases, causing a force play any base now. But going back to the strikeout, we got a little pause in the action over here. Many years ago, when they had to score, strikeout, you put a K in the scorebook. But many years ago, they used letters instead of numbers. They went to the word strikeout. The S they couldn't use because it meant sacrifice. T they couldn't use because they had no lights. It meant tie. I meant innings. R is runs. The first available letter was a K, so they gave K for strikeouts. The Cubans thought K was a knockout punch because in Cuba boxing is really big, so they call it ponche, like punch, And it was all wrong, but hey, they use it. And they adopted that word. There's a big conference on the mound now.
Munoz has a hook, but Candelario doesn't want to leave.
I think Munoz is wasting time. So this way,
He said, we'll try to win it for you.
no, not really. It's 1-1. He can only lose it now.
And this is Jose Escalona. Candelario, 4 innings and to third, 5 hits, 3 walks, 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's a big strikeout pitcher. The only thing is with Candelario, after the 2 or 3 times you've seen him, you can hit him. You just need patience.
The guy with the catching gear on was Ricardo Bertagnon, who should be the starting catcher on
What
this
happened?
team.
What happened
He's
there?
hurt.
He's hurt. Ah.
Yeah. Escalona throws a ball. The hitter is Cruz, the DH.
He's had a so-so European championship, batting around 214. He's over the Mendoza line, as they say in America. Mendoza, famous batter who has never hit over 200. Played for the Yankees.
Gets a strike on the outside part of the zone.
See, Munoz challenge was going with left-hander against left-hander right now, which is a smart thing to do.
Bases loaded, 1-1 count. Escalona, who is basically a breaking ball pitcher, ball.
See, the Latin pitchers are specialized in the curveball. And the curveball, the things they throw when they're like kids, playing around on the street, they're trying to impress the other guy and throwing the curveball. They learn at a very young age.
He cannot waste much. No room to put Cruz.
Good pitch, foul ball. We come back to 2-2-2, 2-2-2.
That looked like a changeup. Or maybe
A curveball.
curveball, probably. Cruz definitely off time. Escalona.
See, the Antillean players have a very difficult time with the curveball.
Fastball.
Ooh, it was hanging.
The ball is on the ground. That's a base hit. Scores 1 and scores 2 now.
Ooh, big hit.
They get on board with 2 and lead 3-1.
Escalona threw a high pitch, which is very easy to hit, but he really didn't hit that ball that hard. He just made a little contact, and it found a way between the shortstop and the outfield. But with 2 outs, the runners are running on anything that's hit, so it's easy for the guy on second to go home.
Yeah, that was a good fastball to hit, but maybe
It was a little high.
Flores could have done more. He looks like he thinks he could have done more on this pitch. Maybe he got off a bad jump.
Yeah, he was fooled on the swing. He thought with the swing the ball was going further away, and instead it was hit, like you said, on the handle. So it wasn't that much of power on the ball. But these are 2 big runs for Amsterdam.
Yeah, Rimini got on board in the bottom of the fourth, and Amsterdam comes back with 3 runs and now leads.
Yeah, Flores was fooled on the swing.
Berkenbosch. 0-1 count. Fouls 1.
Typical error. When you get face a left-hand pitcher, the right-hand hitter should always hit the center field, right field. If the right-hander tries to pull a left-hander, 90% of the time the ball is hit to the shortstop or third base.
Berkenbosch is 0 for 1 and walked once. Escalona. Not really lucky, Escalona. A few pitches and gave up a hit that costed 2 runs. Runs that are earned on Candelario.
Yeah, so he could probably lose instead of win.
Yeah, now, at this time of the game, Candelario is the loser.
Now Amsterdam's all pumped up because they just got those 2 big runs, which put them in the lead 3-1.
When you score 2 on a blooper, definitely you are in good mood. Flies 1 to right, Caradonna gets the 3rd out. Still Amsterdam scores 3 on 3 hits and leads 3-1.
These are typical Dutchmen with the orange shirts.
Or maybe Rimini fans. Who
Oh,
knows?
that's right. You're right. Rimini fans, yes.
Because the Dutch is...
Orange.
I've been wondering for the whole night what type of animal they have on the uniform. Maybe,
Who's that, the Dutch?
yeah,
Let's take a look.
looks like a owl or something like that.
Well, the San Francisco Giants hat has orange because of the Dutchman. Did you know that? When they were playing in New York Giants, to honor the Dutch people who came to New York, I mean, the first white settlers were Dutch. So to honor the Dutchmen, they put the orange on the hat.
Yeah, as far as I know, the Dutch bought the Manhattan Island from some natives.
Yeah,
And-
$24.
Yeah, that's if I can.
That's
if
a good
I can
deal.
dare
That's
it,
a good deal.
It's a very Dutch way of dealing
Yeah.
with things.
Well, they're good. They're good salesmen. They know how to bargain. And that's why Wall Street was called Wall Street, because the Dutch, they built a wall in downtown New York to keep the Indians away. When they broke down the wall, they kept the name Wall Street because of the Dutch.
Because originally it was New Amsterdam, and then
Yes. New Amsterdam. Then you had Harlem. It was exactly 20 miles away, like in Holland.
like Harlem from Amsterdam.
Yes.
As a kid, when the Harlem Niggers first came to Italy to play, I thought Harlem was named after the American city.
No.
Yeah, I definitely thought so.
The thing is, Harlem in Holland has 2 A's. The Harlem in New York has only 1 A, and it's exactly 20. The distance from Amsterdam to Harlem is the exact same from New York City to Harlem. The same distance. Where the amazing Apollo Theater is.
The
Curveball outside corner.
Highstick now works with the lead, 2-run lead,
Oh yeah.
and
Well, the thing is now Munoz, he can't do much now with 3-1. I mean, he can't bunt. Maybe he might hit and run, but he can't use the bunt anymore because what are you going to do with 1 run? You got to hit now. Okay, so that extra run means a big difference in the strategy. Who's ever coming from behind?
1-2 count. Lorenzo Di Fabio at bat. Gerard wants to give a very low target to Highstick.
That's the way to pitch. You got to keep the ball low. If you keep the ball high, it only makes it easier for the hitter to hit it. Oh, he chased the high fastball. Strikeout to Rick throws it.
Bad idea by Di Fabio. That was really high. He's sorry.
At least he came andare a pescare. But he didn't get no fish.
No, he got a strikeout.
He got a strikeout. That's fishing, it's called. In Italian, it's called pescare, but in English, it's fishing.
That was definitely translated. De Simoni. One out, fifth at bat for Rimini. De Simoni is 0 for 2 now.
I remember when Di Simone came to my house to buy a batting glove with his mom. I'm making her a test of the dominant eye. Okay, and dominant eye is very important to know if you're a hitter. And his eye was tested right eye dominant. So I told him, he's a little kid, 10 years old, you got to keep an open stance. And he still has that open stance right now. And he's a good hitter. He's a good hitter. It's amazing baseball. Because hitting, it's an art. It's like a martial. I call it another type of martial art. Everybody who goes to hit hits differently. They have a different stance. But the eyes is the science of hitting. You must know what your dominant eye is.
Yeah, Frank Thomas, one of the great hitters of the 1990s, used to say, you cannot hit what you don't see.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not entirely true, but sometimes you just hit.
So you must put your body, in a position where the information comes quicker to the eyes.
Very late swing.
Very defensive swing. This is a trait of a good hitter. When he's fooled by a pitch, but he's not sure if it's a strike, you're able to foul the ball off. And that was a very good defensive swing, let's say.
Must have seen something funny, De Simone. Cal Ripken said that you cannot really foul tip on purpose or on will, but you try. All you do is try.
Yeah, but you know what? It's funny. The good ones are able to do that. The good ones are able to foul ball bad pitches, which could be strikes. But either you have it or you don't have it,
Full count.
The ability.
Foul ball.
He's making him pay.
Yeah, someone said that only God decides who can hit a curveball. So you can learn, but you'll never master it if you don't have it.
Well, you know what? With the curveball, I learned after a couple of years what to do. There are a couple of things you got to do. One is you got to get a good curveball machine, and you can see the rotation many times. Hold on, let's see here.
That's a good contact, but Dreyer is right there. And it's out number 3, so we go to the 60 now.
Okay, I go back to the curveball. With a good curveball machine, you're able to identify quicker the curveball. Plus, you must keep your legs open. This way your head doesn't bounce, and if it bounces, you never hit a curveball. So you got to keep your legs open, well balanced, and your eyes don't move. You can see the curveball better.
Gerard leads off for Amsterdam, the catcher, 0 for 2. Escalona still on the mound. Escalona was born in Venezuela, but he is a dual citizen through the family of his mom.
See, right now, Escalona, he's throwing just with the arm. He's like Ventura of the Kansas City Royals. He's not really following through when he throws. He's just throwing it like a dart, okay? This was better. This was more of a follow-through. Because if you don't follow through, eventually you're going to hurt your arm.
2-2 count. Scaloni can start and relieve. Gerard. Fly ball. Foul ball.
Foul ball.
This is Darwin Kubilan.
Oh,
He's one of the import players who is not on the roster of this tournament because the SEB, Confederation of European Baseball regulation, admit only 3 import players, meaning not a citizen of the country you are representing and not a citizen of the other countries affiliated to SEB. That's the SEB citizen rule.
I'm glad I don't have to see that rule anymore. There's so many rules. You gotta know all the rules and to participate in these tournaments. And I've been to so many. You know, you got the rules committee, technical committee, and everybody talks about the rules and this and that. I'm glad I don't go to those things anymore.
And we had to put one more rule
Another
tonight. Yeah.
Well, what was that?
To have the cameras on the field, otherwise we wouldn't have a game.
Oh,
To
cameras.
broadcast, yeah.
That's a good idea. You got to show the other people these tournaments. That's a good idea. Good idea.
He walks. No, he
No,
strikes
strike
him out.
out.
Gerald was.
I want to see the face of the hitter right now. I want to see the face of the hitter. He struck out.
Gerald is
Oh,
already
he's
on
shocked.
first.
He's shocked. Oh, it was an outside pitch. Oh, what happened? Que pasa? Hey, listen. There's a place on the bench for you right now. If you don't shut up, they'll throw you out of the game.
Let's see what happens. That's
That's
definitely a
outside.
ball, but
No, that's a
you
ball.
see here the umpire strikes him out.
See, now the umpire, he was getting back to the batter because he showed him up. You know, he just dropped the bat on him. It says, you know, that was a real bad call. Bad
Urbanus is
call.
not happy.
I agree with Urbanus. I agree. He's going to get thrown out of the game because you can't argue balls and strikes, and that's really bad call.
Yeah, Urbanus is asking something that
He can't
the umpire
ask.
cannot do.
No, he can't.
Go
He
to
can't.
the first base umpire
No, third base umpire.
and have him tell you that you're wrong. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
I don't think he swung at the ball. Let's see if he swung.
No, he didn't. That's a ball. I don't know why the umpire.
That's a ball.
It's definitely a ball.
Bad call by the umpire. Bad call. That's amazing.
He calls the strikeout here.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I
And he
mean,
probably didn't call hard enough because the player would have heard it. He just did the action without calling strike.
1 out.
Ooh, drag bunt.
Strike on the hitter.
Everybody's trying to get another run here.
Awesomes. 1 out. Base is empty and 0-1 count on the third baseman. 2 for 2, as you see. Tries
Tries
bunt.
again. Yeah. A little cool tonight, huh? He's huffing and puffing.
And Dawson gets his third base hit.
Wow. You know, this guy, awesome. He's ninth in hitting in the batting order, but he's almost 300 batting average.
Yeah, but you want a guy like that in
Definitely.
the 9th spot, or even in the first spot, or
Yeah.
maybe in the third, I don't know.
Yeah,
But he can get a hit every at bat.
Usually ninth hitter, you want a guy who's a little fast also. And Osmas didn't really show me much. Just Cardini didn't show me much speed.
Roberto Corradini is the right-hander warming up, and number 30 is Yomel Rivera. Despite of his last name and his looks, he grew up in Collecchio near Parma.
See, Yomi Rivera, Optima, he's a very good pitcher. Has a great pick off the first base, and very young guy. Played on the national team, I think.
Yeah. He won against Sweden in the 2014 European Championship.
Well, Sweden is a good strategy because Sweden has all left-hand hitters because of the hockey, right? The hockey players are all left-handed, And you got to throw a left-hander against them. That was a good choice.
Yomer Rivera left-hander and Corradini right-hander who loves to throw a sinker. So very effective also on left-handers.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. It was a good pitch. Good pitch. He's got a wide curveball.
Yeah, that's his best pitch. He throws a changeup and a lot of two-seamers too.
Need a tag.
He goes for the tag and gets the out, but maybe he didn't need a
No,
tag.
he didn't have to tag. No, you're right. Because he didn't touch first base. He didn't touch first base.
He is kind of angry, kind of disappointed by Flores.
Yeah, maybe see if he could have touched first base. Let's see. Pulls it down the line.
He's off the bag,
He's off the bag.
so he didn't need to tag. Now he
No.
could have thrown, because he could have thrown to first for
I
the
think Flores wasn't sure whether he touched the bag or
Yeah.
not because of the angle.
Probably Mayora was telling him, "What are you doing?" And that's why
He could have
Flores
touched the
tagged.
bag. He could have touched the bag.
If
He wanted
had
to
he
get the-
touched the bag, they would have got a double play. But
Yeah, but-
maybe they had. You see here, probably Mayora is telling him, "What are you doing?" And
Yeah.
he says, "Why?"
He could have thrown it first. He could have thrown it first.
Munoz is going to find out what happened. Two outs though, runner at first.
What happened is obvious.
Yeah, what happened is that Flores didn't understand
Didn't
what
throw
was
first.
going
Didn't
on.
throw to first base.
Escalona now facing.
Oh, pick off! Throw to second.
No need to face
Out.
anybody.
Escalona picks off. The man on first.
So they were a little slow in executing first, but very smart here. Just the pitch after. You see the move? He took off too early. And Noguera wasn't really on the bag, but he got the ball soon enough to put on the tag and get the third out. So now we have Rimini at bat for the sixth time. Retrosi will lead off. Retrosi is 1 for 2 tonight.
Now with Retrosi, if he's a good bunter, it's a good chance he's going to try to bunt for a base hit. Because now Rimini's got to get on base again.
I stick.
The game is getting close to the end. We're in the sixth inning, and Rimini's got to come back to tie the game. So they need Retrosi to get on base any way he can. Base on balls, drag bunt.
One strike on Retrosi, who
Foul ball.
goes the opposite way but for a foul. That was a pretty good contact.
Yeah, definitely.
Olsen throws a lot of two-seamers. So it's a good idea to go the opposite way.
Yeah, Retrosi had a good strategy in waiting as much as he can to see the ball better and then applying a hit to the opposite field.
Ennio Retrosi. When he first got to the Italian Baseball League, he was used mainly as a pitcher. But then they thought that they wanted his speed out there every day, so they moved him to the outfield.
Well, his size is not that of a pitcher.
Now he gets a base hit.
Okay, that's your first hitter getting on base. Now Munoz, he just can't bunt the guy over, I don't think. He's got to hit his way out. If the ball game was 2-1, you'd see a bunt right now. But 3-1, Rimini's got to hit.
We've seen another two-seamer by High Stick, but this time was too close to the middle of the plate, and Retrosi could pull it for a base hit.
He gets good extension on his bat. They hit them where there ain't.
It's only the fourth hit of the night for Rimini, so Heistek has pitched beautifully once again. Flores.
Today's 1 for 2.
They call him back, definitely. We heard.
I think the public, the fans said it also. Back.
Ramos getting ready on the bench.
Pitch out. I don't think they're going to steal right here.
Amsterdam knows almost everything about Rimini. They had a scouting crew around 1 week before the Cup.
Well, that's typical of Dutch. They do that stuff. Even with the national team, remember when the national we were working out, had practice games. The Dutch always sent 3 coaches to scout our team, which is not a bad idea. We had a scout called John Noche, who used to go out and scout the Dutch team, and they called him Spionen in Dutch.
Goes for the reverse out.
Oh,
It
out!
caused the out, but it's not. I believe he definitely blew the call.
Oh, definitely see the
Bider
replay.
here.
Let's see the replay. I think it was safe. Plus, a left-hand hitter for sure. He got there quicker.
Berkenbosch manages to throw, and Heistek goes to cover the first base bag. He stretches like a first baseman.
Let's see.
Flores
Safe. Oh,
is definitely safe.
We saw many bad calls today.
Problem is that he jumped on the bag and on Heistek foot or ankle.
Safe.
He's definitely safe.
Well, it's difficult for your umpire. To be an umpire is very difficult.
But
This was obvious.
Yeah, this was not such difficult.
Like the strikeout we saw before.
And Heistek has to leave.
Oh, he got stepped on.
That's very bad news for Amsterdam. And Dan Hendricks is the new pitcher.
No relationship to Jimmy.
I don't think so, no. It doesn't look like they were related. Hendricks is so the first reliever of the night for the Dutch team, and they are forced to go to the bullpen for an injury, so Hendricks has plenty of time to get ready. But that was a bad call, honestly, and a bad situation for Amsterdam, so a lose-lose situation. Rimini was doubled out, and Amsterdam lost the starting pitcher. And Hendricks faces Majora for the first time. Now, doing a little bit of Monday morning quarterbacking.
Yes.
They hit into a double play, so maybe the bunt wouldn't have been such a bad idea.
Yeah, that's true. It's easy to say after it happens. It's very easy. Like you said, Monday morning double quarterbacking. But if the game was 2-1, like I said before, you'd bunt. Okay, you want to tie the game up. But 3-1, no. You gotta. Plus, you got the good hitters up. You got to swing away.
Dreyer flies the third one out, and we go to the 7th inning.
Yeah, Ricky, the 7th inning on. This is the money innings. This is where you win and lose ball games. You got the best relievers on the mound, and your money hitters start to hit. So let's see what happens.
Gerard, the catcher, leading off.
See, look at the stance he has on it.
No, it's Duursma. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
Duursma.
If you get a chance to see his stance, his legs are wide open. I remember many times I followed Giorgio Castelli, who was a great hitter in Italy. In his batting stance, he's a guy who hit over 400 all the time. I tried to go into his footsteps, and I was taller than Giorgio. I couldn't do it. So just an example of how a good hitter is good when he opens his stance up and is real balanced. Over here, it wasn't too balanced. He was struck out.
He struck out on the breaking pitch. Escalona gets his first strikeout of the game, and now Lampe is at bat, 1-for-3 tonight for the left fielder.
He's had a good European championship, hitting around 380 the whole championship.
It's just his second season in Amsterdam. He was born in Aruba and played professionally in the States before getting to Europe. Now Di Fabio is a very quick third baseman. Makes it look very easy. Good read for Di Fabio.
Well, that's what we were talking about before. You know, against left-hand hitters, left-hand pitchers, the right-handers have to try to hit the ball center field right. Remember we talked about that. And when you pull the ball, it'll be to third base or to shortstop, just as it was right now.
2 outs. Remco Dreyer, 1-for-2, and he had a free pass when he was hit in the 5th. And he then scored the go-ahead run. Escalona tries to kill them on curveballs.
Well, that's normal. Left-hander, left-hander. Lefty-lefty, you're going to try to throw curveballs all the time because for some reason, left-hand hitters have a hard time with the left-hand curveball.
That's a good one.
He nips the outside corner on that one. Or else it would have been 2 balls.
If you are a hitter with no patience, you have no chance to hit a curveball. That's autobiographic. It's neat. That Escalona hangs one and Dreyer gets a hit.
That's how you hit a left-hander. Just go up the middle.
Dreyer doesn't look he has too much at the plate, but he's always on base. So 2-for-3.
Well, he must have a good on-base percentage because he's hitting 4th. He's right in the middle of the lineup, so he must have some good tendencies.
Daniel Rombley is still looking for his first hit.
Well, you see now, a guy like Rombley is having a hard time. You can't try to pull the ball. You got to take your time, go to, especially now against the left-hander, go to center right. This way you see the ball a little bit longer. It'll get you out of the slump.
Strike one.
Amsterdam still leading 3-1. We're in the 7th inning. You got 2 outs, man on first base for Amsterdam.
Escalona tries to pick one off again.
The only thing is, if he had some speed, you could try to steal. But you know what, Ricky? Many times when I manage, I hardly ever stole against the left-hander because it's like almost suicide. The left-hand pitcher sees you right in front of you. He could easily switch from throwing home to throw to first base if he tries to steal.
Rombley pops one up. Easy catch for Caradonna, and we go to the bottom half of the 7th with Amsterdam still leading 3-1.
Yeah, now Rimini, Ricky's got to try to make a move because the time's running out for Rimini. This is the finals. There's no tomorrow. So they got to stop moving fast and getting runners on base, especially the first guy.
Here we have Jairo Ramos Jitsi. Oh for 1, and he was intentionally walked one. He doesn't like the call.
That was a little high inside.
Hendricks.
Yeah, the umpires have had a hard time today, Rick. But he's been doing it for both teams. He's been, making mistakes on both teams. So, hey, listen. Hiram was
The
asking.
Godfather is kind of angry.
He said, ¿Qué pasa? High, basso, alto, basso, high, low. He's saying in
He's doing
Italian.
an umpiring clinic.
Yeah.
They have the switch on for the Godfather. And he beats the switch.
There you go. Hey, if you can't beat him, join him. So if you can't get the strike, you might as well swing anything that pitches. That was a high pitch. He just swung at anything just now. He found the hole.
He saw the hole because they moved Osems in shortstop position and Dursman as the behind the second base bag. So there was a lot of room.
They had the shift on. They had the shift. Smart. That's smart. In America, they're dummies. They have the shift on. They don't hit towards the shift. The opposite side.
They shouldn't have pitched outside.
No. Also, you're right.
Higher. Anyway, it's a base hit. Rimini is on again with the leadoff hitter, just like it happened in the sixth. But once again, they hit into the double play. The comebacker here is an easy call for Weider at first.
Well, that's always the pitcher's friend, double play. That'll get you out of trouble all the time. Here comes a comebacker towards the pitcher. And he throws to second base to stop the double play.
Hendricks, Dursma, Ramos cannot do much. And they got 2 outs in just one play. Now Camargo. Shows bunt for a while. Ball 1.
Hey, it's come 2 outs. It's tough now, Rimini. Nobody on base, 2 outs.
Just 7 outs to tie it up. So they better hurry.
And you got the bottom part of the lineup up. Oh, broken bat.
Osems. Wow.
He touched the bag.
Good play at first once again by Berkenbosch. And after 7 innings, Amsterdam still leads 3-1. Here we can take one more look at Camargo, breaking the bat in 2, splitting it up in 2. Osems covers a lot of ground. He moves a little awkward, to be honest, but very effective. Safe, calls the first base coach of Rimini. But the only calls that matters is the call from the umpire.
Yeah, at least he tried. Because now Rimini is kind of desperate.
Escalona still on the mound for the 8th. And Amsterdam will lead off with Cruz.
Well, he got hit. He got hit in his hands. Very slightly, just a little bit, but it was enough to get hit.
By the rule, even if the ball just touches the uniform,
yes,
it's a hit bat.
Yes, depends if this is his thing here. He tried to get out of the way. If a player does not try to get out of the way and wants to go into the ball, many times the umpire will not give him the hit by pitch. He will call the ball, and that's it. He stays in the batter's box. The batter must make an attempt to avoid the ball. That's the rules.
Escalona, but Cruz was not going anywhere. Berkenbosch, 0 for 2 and the walk. Outside for ball 1. Cross has a lot to do with his protection. Puts it on and off. Escalona tries to pick him off again.
That's a good idea because, you know, if the Amsterdam could add on just one more insurance run, that's a big thing.
Escalona doesn't want to give too much of a lead to Kroos.
Now, Scaloni, he wants, he tries to throw a lot of curveballs to make the hitter hit a ground ball for a double play. Like we said, against left-handers, right-handed hitters should go to center right. If not, they'll hit ground balls all day, 90% of the time. There's a 10% factor where he could also hit it in the air, but 90% of the time he would go to shortstop and third base. Oh, wow.
Hanks a breaking ball.
Too high. Very risky pitch. Very risky pitch because a ball like that, if it's a little bit lower, it's hittable. Very dangerous.
Yeah, for my mentality, after you hit the left-hander, I would have gone to the bullpen right away to face Berkenbosch with the right-hander. Now he walks him on 4 pitches, and I think the night is over for Escalona.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. They should have switched because a guy like Corradini would have been perfect.
Now Munoz makes the call, and this is Roberto Corradini, a veteran.
From Verona, San Martino Bonalbergo, Verona, where there are many baseball players come out of San Martino Bonalbergo.
Corradini played for Parma, won the league title in 2010, lost the 2011 European Championship for clubs, pitching in the final, and then moved to Rimini. It was in addition to the bullpen last season in the playoffs when they won it all.
He has also played for the national team?
Yeah, several times, including the World Baseball Classic. Now, born 77, so it's close. He's close to his 40 year of age.
Wow, good pitch.
2 balls.
That was a good pitch.
Majora is right at home plate. The first baseman. They feel they're going to bunt.
Oh, definitely. 0 out. There's 0 outs, and you don't want to get a double play. You want to put 2 guys in scoring position.
And you're leading by 2 runs, so you can give up out.
Yes, definitely.
2 balls on Gerard, the catcher. He squares, bunts, Corradini.
Ooh.
Not a great throw, but good enough for the out.
He almost threw that ball away.
Noguera was on first base covering, while Majora was trying to field the ball. 1 out, runner advance, and Osems is there to try to hit them in.
Well, now, Amsterdam's got 2 shots at getting these runners in. Yeah, that's a lot, especially in the finals. That was a good play by Urbanus to move the players along. Here, just a ground ball to second base is a run.
So definitely he's trying to strike him out. Breaking ball for a strike. Corradini has his number 1 pitch as a sinker and can throw a slider. When he was younger, he threw also a pretty good four-seam fastball in 87, 88 miles per hour. Now is using it for a ball most of the time.
Yeah, a waste pitch. Yeah, Robbie has a lot of experience. With him, the problem is if his arm is healthy or not. That's his only problem.
Corradini. 0-2 count on Osems. Strikes him out. Osems was 3 for 3 and strikes out in his fourth at bat.
Well, you know what I would do right now, Ricky? With a guy hitting 500 coming to bat, I give him the base on balls.
Yeah, definitely. You cannot be hurt by their best hitter right
because the guy hitting after him is not even hitting 100.
That was a pretty good breaking ball by
That was
Corradini.
good, yeah, very good. Left-handers, there we go.
Yeah, Munoz thinks like you.
Well, it's natural. The guy hitting after him is hitting only 100, you know? Not even 100. This guy's hitting almost 600.
Yeah, and has struck out 3 times tonight. So,
different pitcher, though. He struck out against Candelaria. And maybe even
and also against
Escalera. Escalona.
Yeah, Rimini cannot afford giving up more runs at this moment.
Who's that, Bertignon catcher?
No, still Camargo.
Still Camargo, okay. Look like Bertignon a little bit.
They had just 2 at-bats to go and 2 runs to score.
Okay, now Rimini has all the bases full, so they can make a force play for the last any base.
Yeah, they
So
also do not have room to put
No.
eventually Dorsman, so Corradini needs to throw strikes.
Yes, but if a ball goes to the shortstop in the hole, he can throw to third base and get the last out.
Camargo protecting what he says from cameras.
Now in the United States, when the pitching coach goes to the mound or the manager, he has only 30 seconds, which is good, you know.
Jankovic, the home plate umpire, wants Camargo to get back to work. Corradini. Sinker inside for the strike.
That's a good pitch for Robbie. He always had that good sinker ball. And that fools left-handers and right-handers.
Breaks a lot of bats too.
Yes, exactly.
Dorsman.
I think that pitch fooled Camargo. Looked like he wasn't expecting that kind of pitch. There might have been a cross-up with the signs. There's always a cross-up, Ricky, when they have a man on second base. There's always a cross-up on signs because you got to change the signs with a man on second base. And many times the pitcher doesn't remember which side was changed. Ooh, nice pitch. Nice pitch. Change up curveball on the outside corner. Now you got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now Corradini can waste the pitch. Maybe a high fastball or a curveball away. Let's see what he decides.
Death cross on third. Just 90 feet from home plate, 27 meters. Berkenbosch, the runner with number 10. The breaking ball for ball number 2, 2-2.
Famous 2-2-2. Dos, dos, dos in Cuba. Robbie's got to throw his best pitch.
Runs to second, easy out for Noguera. So Amsterdam leaves 3 on and it makes 6 in the game, but still has a lead, 3-1. You see from the scoreboard, 8 hits for the Dutch team, 5 hits for the Italian team. So for now, Amsterdam, we can say, has done more to win this game tonight.
Oh, definitely. But we all know what Yogi Berra always says, it's not over till it's over. And Rimini has 2 more at-bats to try to get back into this ball game, this final. This is for the European Cup. This is the final game. After a long week of games, these are the final 2 teams going for the final cup.
And Freddy Nogueira. Leads off for Rimini, second baseman, 1 ball. Strike on the outside corner. We've seen Alessandro Vaglio of Bologna and Team Italy in the stands. Bologna lost the semi-final against Rimini, won the 3rd place game against Curaçao Neptune Sorota.
Yeah, I'm sure now this is the final game of the series. All the participant teams are all in the stands for the final ceremonies, which will be held after this game.
2 balls, 1 strike, and Nogueira gets 1 through the right-hand side for a base hit. Nogueira is now 1 for 3, and for the 3rd time in a row, the leadoff hitter is on for Rimini. Now, let's see what happens.
Yeah, Rimini hasn't taken advantage of this, getting the first guy on base.
Di Fabio, number 9 spot at bat.
Now you want to see what Munoz does. 3-1, no outs. You want to see, maybe he wants to try a bunt now. Who knows? He does. Look at that.
Good bunt. Hendricks sees he out, but the runner is on second.
This means he wants to get that 1 run closer to the game so that it becomes a 1-run game and he can do more plays later. So Munoz, Rimini, desperate to get 1 run, even if they're 2 runs down, are playing for 1 run right now.
Yeah, actually, if they can score at least 1 here, they have the heart of the lineup up for the 9th.
Yes, I agree with Munoz. That was a good play to do, especially right now.
De Simoni, 1 out. Nogueira at second, and this is ball 1. Hendricks, number 22. He had to rush to the game after Heistek was injured, covering first. 5 and 2/3 for Heistek. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts.
A very good game.
Breaking ball. Too high. 2 balls on Stefano De Simoni, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Rimini's leadoff hit.
Fake bunt.
3 balls.
That was a good idea by De Simoni.
De Simoni goes pretty deep into counts. Now he has a 3-0 lead against this pitcher. He's not going to swing his bat.
That was De Simoni. I'd take the next 2 pitches. If you're a good hitter, you can hit with 2 strikes.
Cordemans.
He just comes out to the mound, Quartermans, to relax his pitcher, lose some time, break the monotony of the game, give him a little rest. Now he's ready to face De Simoni or the next hitter.
Strike 1.
Wow. Might have been a strike, but they just outside a little bit.
De Simone does a little chat with the home plate umpire. 3-1. And that's definitely ball 4.
That was a good job by De Simone, patience. Now you got to see what Charlie Urbanez wants to do. If he thinks his pitcher has had it or stays with him. I think he's had it. Because the next hitter goes back to the dugout.
Yeah, and Urbanos goes to the bullpen, and this is Tom the Block, 20-year-old hard-throwing right-hander, and with an interesting story. He signed when he was just 17 for the Seattle Mariners, then went to the States, and after a couple of weeks of spring training, he posted on his Facebook wall, "This is not for me.
No.
I have no fun going back to Europe." And
Really?
That was his career.
I don't believe that. I think there was something more to that. He might have gotten a real bad cold shower from the coaches, saying he has no future. So to save his face, he might have said something like that.
But
That's strange.
yeah, he says now he wants to get on top of baseball here in Europe, but what happens in America says it's like going to work, which is true actually.
Hey Ricky, for me that's strange.
Yeah, we all know it's not easy to
There's
go play
something more.
professional.
There's something more behind that, but we don't know.
Let's see if the Block is good enough to strike out the side here or get the final 2 outs of the 8th inning. That would be a shortcut to victory for Amsterdam.
Oh, wild
he gets
pitch.
started with the ball in the dirt.
Wild pitch.
So they don't have to worry about advancing the runners now.
No, that's an advantage. Now that Rimini has a great opportunity to tie the ball game up. And if I was Charlie Urbanez, I have a couple of guys ready in the bullpen because this Block here, I really don't have too much confidence in him.
A wild pitch, now runners are at second and third, and for Retrosi, 1 ball, and this is the second pitch, strike 1. Retrosi tonight is 2 for 3. The Block
Good pitch.
outside for ball 2.
I think he called it a strike.
Yes, sure. Sorry.
No problem.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the Block can throw hard.
That was a good pitch. Right on the outside corner, difficult to hit.
De Simone is at second. Number 48. A chopper is past the mound. No chance for a play for Duursma. Rimini scores. It's a 1 ball, 1
run
point,
ball.
1 run ball game.
Yeah, really good game here.
3-2. Noguera scores. De Simone is at third. You see the fastball.
Very lucky
The
hit.
chopper goes over the mound. And Duursma at this point has no play.
In America, they call that the Baltimore chop.
Yeah, true. Noguera sprints home, and Retrosi sprints to first.
We got a ball game here, Ricky. 3-2, 1 out.
Runner at third, so actually runners at the corner. There's a lot Munoz could do here.
Depends how fast the runner in first is.
Yeah, Retrosi, they have
He's
a pretty
fast.
good runner, and a left-handed
Oh, I'd steal.
batter with Flores.
I'd steal right now.
Swings and misses at the fast.
I'd double steal because De Simone is a very good base runner at third.
Strike two.
No, I think that was outside, but hey, we're here, they're there. Let's see. That's out. I don't know. I can't see the plate.
Well, it was close anyway, but
Yeah.
Flores was not happy. 2 strikes. Flores gets one in the air, but foul.
Flores got to try to hit at least a fly ball in the outfield to bring in DeSimone. That's his main objective. Now with 2 strikes, 0 balls, he's got to make contact somewhere. I'd almost want to steal the player, steal the first baseman.
Ball.
No. That's still a good play. Have him steal the second base with Trozy. Wow. That was risky. That was a risky pitch to take right here.
Especially
2 balls.
because on strike 2, the umpire
Yeah.
gave something to the pitcher.
Yeah. Flores has got to reach out and swing at any pitch that's hittable.
Gets one in the air.
Oh, it could be. It could be.
Deep enough. Lampe. No
DeSimone.
chance to get the runners at the home plate. DeSimone scores the time run.
Yeah.
And now we have a new ball game in the bottom half of the 8th. And the fans, we don't have a full house, but a very good crowd, at least in terms of noise. Retrosi is still on first, and Mayora is at bat.
Vediamo. Let's see.
It's right in the middle of the plate, but got pretty deep.
Oh, it's easy. 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 In fact, even the outfield doesn't even make an attempt to throw the ball. Urbanez going out to the umpires.
Goes out to check something, I don't know what.
Me neither. Still in great shape.
Yeah, looks like the way he has always looked.
Yeah, number 14. He probably still has the same number. Yes, still has it. Look like they want to do something. I said no doubles, no doubles.
Because, I mean, as far as the outfielders get the ball in front of them, they keep the ball in front of them, Rimini won't score.
Exactly. The guy at first base, if he goes behind his back, then he scores. I don't know what Urbanez was saying.
Says a couple of no's. Weider, the first base umpire. One ball. Mayor at bat. Strike right in the middle of the plate once again. Good speed by.
Hey, Ricky, at this point here, I try to steal Retrosi. Because to make him score, you need two singles, 2 hits.
Yeah, he won't score from first unless Mayora gets Dinger out, but doesn't look like they want him to try steal.
No.
Ball 2. Now the block is trying to overpower Mayora. He's a 90+ mile per hour big guy. The block, very confident in his heater.
Nice pitch. Hard fastball on the outside corner. You got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I don't know why Munoz don't start the runner. Unless he's hurt.
The block steps off.
Ooh,
Strikes
struck
him
out.
out. That was a hitter. Fastball inside and beats number 4 hitter in the opponent's lineup. So this kid gives up 2 runs, but can
Came
still
back.
compete, yeah.
He came back and got the big out. Well, the game is tied now, 3-3. It's an all-new ball game. We're in the 9th inning.
And as you see, the number of hits by Rimini increased. Now we can say we have a new ball game and both teams may deserve a wins, but the problem is just one win. Corradini on the mound for the 9th. Amsterdam has Lampe for the 5th time at bat tonight. 1-4-3. First pitch strike by Roberto Corradini. Strike 2, another sinker. Everybody's getting ready for Rimini.
Oh, for sure. No, this is a strange thing, Ricky, because you got 3-3 going in the 9th inning, and you don't know when it's going to end. What that mean? I mean, how many pitchers you have available now, and when to use them.
Slider.
Ooh.
I haven't seen so many times the hitter ask for the check.
Oh, yeah, right now in America, there's one guy, the guy from Texas Rangers, Beltran, se llama? Beltre, he asks, he's the guy who asks also. He asks.
Check.
Yeah, Bella Kristen. Beautiful.
Checks it, but
So Adrian Beltran from Texas Rangers, he does the exact same thing.
Roberto Corradini 1-2. Another breaking ball.
Outside.
This was way outside.
See, my four innings before, the umpire called that a strike. Ooh, nice pitch.
That's a strikeout.
Nice pitch, right on the knees.
2-seamer on the knees. Lampe.
Camaro goes way down. His catcher goes way down, like a Tony Pena.
Very good pitch.
Right on the knees. Let's see from here.
It's right where the catcher wanted it.
Right on the front knee, perfect.
Yeah, pretty good job in framing by Camargo.
Also, yes.
And 1 out. Dreyer. Strike 1. Corradini now can throw for strikes. Dreyer is 2 for 3. One time was hit.
Good pitch. Backdoor curveball.
Duplicate the call by Camargo, the same exact pitch, and once again Dreyer looked at it. Also Munoz is telling his players no doubles. If it's over you, it must be over the fence.
Bravo. There you go.
1 ball, 2 strikes. But Corradini is in control. He wants the ball outside, Camargo. Foul ball.
Okay, that was a pitch that was maybe just too good. See, you got an advantage. Nobody on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can afford to throw a ball in the dirt. Being ahead of an account.
As we know, pitchers do not like to waste pitches. They even want to throw strikes most of the time when they throw at first.
Look at that. That's a strike.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. Just at the hitter's knees.
Kamara doing a great job staying down with the glove. Back at home plate.
Yeah, he's pretty athletic to be an old guy. Come on.
He's got experience. He's got great experience. I remember Tony Pena, when he was with the Red Sox, he was getting older. He did the same thing. It's a technique. You can get hurt, but hey, it's a good technique to keep the ball low. Especially if you got a pitcher throwing too many high balls. You get down that low, he's going to throw low.
2 outs, Rombley at the plate.
He's talking to himself. After a day he's had at the ballpark, he's talking to the bat.
Breaking ball.
Ooh, timed that curveball. See, when you got a guy in a slump like that, don't waste time. Put him away. Throw fastballs inside, outside. If you're going to throw a curveball, throw it in the dirt. Don't throw it in his wheelhouse where he can hit the ball. Especially the guy who was in a slump. Oh, slump in this game especially.
Yeah, actually, Rombley is 0 for 3 and 1 time he walked.
Good pitch, sinker. Good break to that ball. Ooh, look at that. Baltimore chop.
Flores, plenty of time, and a good catch by first baseman Mayora. And now Rimini has a chance to win it all in the 9th, bottom of the 9th. Corradini, very good relief, very good game for him as a reliever. Escalona pitched 2 1/3 and allowed no run, 3 hits, 1 walk, hit better, 1 hit better, and 2 strikeouts. Flores has time, doesn't make the perfect throw, but Mayora is ready to pick it up.
And the total's almost all the same. Amsterdam has 1 extra base hit.
Yes, Amsterdam has 6 left on base, Rimini 5, but basically the teams are equal. You see the flag of the pirate, the young Rimini Pirates. Jairo Ramos leads off the 9th for Rimini. 1 for 2, 1 intentional walk. Strike 1.
Good pitch, good pitch. Jairo shouldn't be complaining. That was a good pitch on the knees.
Jairo is always complaining.
Yeah. Well, here's a good situation for Jairo, okay? He's a home run hitter. He can put this ball game away with a home run. He's going to try, too. Wow.
They are not going to challenge him. The block could easily be Jairo's son.
It's true. Hey, the other day, talking about that, Tony Pena's son was catching against the New York Yankees, and Tony Pena was coaching first base with the Baltimore Orioles.
Tries to beat. Yeah, they didn't switch this time, and Awesome was in the right position to get the out. It's pretty important to put Jairo away in this 9th inning.
Yeah, he's a dangerous hitter for a home run. Put the ball game away with 1 stroke of the bat.
Also, if you put on the leadoff hitter, then they can bunt.
Definitely.
Mirko Caradonna still looking for the first hit of the night after a very good tournament. He likes his tattoos. Mio.
È molto popolare.
Tries to drag bunt, but it's on the pitcher, and the block has a very good arm, so plenty of time to get the out.
Yeah, when you drag bunt, it's better hitting the ball foul than towards the pitcher. That's the way they say it in America. It's better foul than to the pitcher. And he just did right to the pitcher. You could be Speedy Gonzalez, you're not going to beat that out.
Riccardo Babini getting ready too. He's an infielder, middle infielder, can play second baseman, shortstop. And Corradini gets ready to be on the mound in the 10th. Ball 1. If the game goes extra innings, from the 10th inning on, it will be played according to the rule of the tiebreaker. Tiebreaker rule means the last 2 outs will be put on base, and so that's to squeezing runs, let's say. So both teams will have a chance to start with the bunt, sacrifice bunt, and then hope for a hit to score. But they won't have to worry about putting runs or hitters on base. Camargo.
Good pitch.
1-1 count on Serafin de Camargo. He told me still we try out for Brazil national team for the World Baseball Classic. He has played both for Brazil and Italy.
But isn't there a rule he can't?
If you stand by for 3 years, then you can move to another national team.
Okay, yeah, that's right. 3 years
But
is the rule.
you cannot make the back move though. Once you switched, that's forever. But Camargo played Brazil, Italy, then he can go back to Brazil and then retire if it's the case. 3 balls, 1 strike, they walk him. Camargo goes to first. So he represents the winning run on first.
You got to see whether Munoz will change him for another runner or keep him at first. He's got 2 outs.
2 outs.
You're not going to have too many opportunities, but he's going to leave him on the base because the defense is more important than the hitting. It's a really tricky situation because who do you have to replace him? Ricky Bertognone is hurt, you said, right?
Yeah, was hurt. He came back, but played just a few innings in this tournament. So he can play, but he's not really ready.
He's not ready, yeah.
Freddy Nogueira. He had a hit his last time up. 1 for 3 tonight. Camargo. They may go to the pinch runner if Nogueira manages to take him to second. Fouls 1. As you see, nobody is sitting on Rimini's bench right now. Everybody is warming up or moving or doing something.
Well, there's no tomorrow, Ricky. You got to be ready. Everybody's on the bench. Everybody's ready, even on the bench, who could pinch hit, is swinging the bat or whatever, because there's no tomorrow.
Nogueira gets one in the air. No. Foul ball. That would have been trouble for...
Oh, yeah. He's just a little bit late. A little bit late with the swing.
Camargo goes back to first. He was already running around second and towards third, so he would have scored if the ball had been in play. Nogueira. 2 strikes count.
Ooh, off the handle.
Fouls 1 again.
It's a crowd.
To host the Champions Cup, the city of Rimini has done some renovation to the field and especially to the artificial lights.
Yeah, the lights are really bad. Were really bad at Rimini. They needed They needed some help. That was a good idea. Ooh! The umpire stopped the ball.
Yeah.
The umpire stopped the ball with his feet.
Lucky feet.
Oh, yeah, for Amsterdam.
Yeah, Camargo was not ready to go.
He couldn't go. The ball was right in front of him. Right in front of the catcher. After the ball was kicked by the umpire, it finished in front of the catcher.
If I can talk a little evil, they went through the renovation because of the Champions Cup and because the mayor of Rimini was seeking re-election.
I just needed some votes.
Just
Strange.
these days, after the Cup,
Strange.
they had the election day.
Strano, as Claudio Corradi would say. Strano. Strange in Spanish.
1-2 count. Freddy Noguera trying to reach. Camargo at first. Noguera fouls off once again. If Noguera gets on, Di Fabio comes up and they may give the call to Zappone as a pinch hitter. Or even D'Artagnan, since we have a right-handed pitcher.
Exactly.
Noguera rolls 1 to second, plenty of time for Urbanus, and this is the game, so we go extra innings. Corradini back to the mound, and the 10th inning will be played under the tiebreaker rule.
So Amsterdam will have players on the bases.
Yeah, players at second and first.
Okay.
So the last 2 outs, and this means
How many outs are on the board?
no outs.
No outs.
The last 2 outs are Rombley and Dreyer.
So, you think they're going to bunt
Yeah, they normally bunt in the
to
tiebreaker.
avoid the double play?
Yeah, well, the tiebreaker rule was first brought into international baseball in 2008 by the IBAF, International Baseball Federation, during the Under-18 World Cup, 18 and under World Cup in Edmonton, Canada. Italy introduced a different rule that had runners on base but outs put to 1. So that was done as an experiment to avoid the possibility of the bunt. 1 out, 2 runners on bases. But then, since in all other European competition, the rule was implemented with no outs, Italy decided this year to come back to the original rule.
So they're going to bunt now.
Yeah, I believe so. The hitter will be in this 10th inning.
This obligates the defensive
Cruz.
team. Obligates the defensive team to play good defense.
Yeah. The key is to play good defense. I am not really a fan of the tiebreaker rule, I must admit, because I understand it in some terms during the tournament, but for the championship game, I wouldn't use it.
Well, I wouldn't use it right away in the 10th inning. I'd wait a couple of innings to try to finish it normally. But then after 2 innings, it becomes too long, and you don't have enough pitching. So they do it to save the pitching, because when you come to the end of the tournament, not everybody has pitching already, because the last 2 days they've used up at least 3 or 4 pitchers. So it's used also because the team don't have enough pitching.
Yeah, you have a point. So number 18 Dreyer runs at second, number 27 Rombley at first, and Cruz tries to bunt, and Camargo tries to get the out on the lead runner, but Chulanets, the third base umpire, calls it safe.
Let's see.
Strike on the hitter.
I don't know why he was winding up. He just throw it right away.
He gets to the base.
Safe.
Definitely. Good call.
It's all a theatrical part of the shortstop.
So one strike on Kroos. Has one more chance to bunt.
Watch out for a slash. Fake bunt swing. Watch out. No, he's going to bunt.
Squares and bunts.
That's a perfect bunt.
Corradini. Bad throw!
No! Whoa.
Dreyer scores. Rombley comes to the plate. Camargo tags for the out. Rombley wants another call. Berkenbosch sits him, but
Injury.
yeah, the trouble is that Nogueira was hurt by the runner.
That's always a risky play when the second baseman has to cover first base, and the hitter goes to the bag. He goes into the shoulder, and many injuries happen with the shoulder. You know, very bad injuries to the shoulder, separation of the shoulder, a laceration. It's a long operation. It takes a long time to get back. That's a very risky play to play at first base.
Nogueira looked in a lot of pain, and Rimini goes to the bullpen once again. Berkenbosch is the hitter, and the Terran is the pitcher. Ball one.
Amsterdam takes the lead. They're 4-3. We're in the 10th inning. Man on first for Amsterdam.
With the ball over the first base bag and then a throw home, I wonder what Kroos does at first base.
He went into the shoulder of Nogueira. No, Nogueira, see.
He didn't...
He hit him. He must have hit him. That's the only way he got hurt. And
Yeah.
That's a classical play at first.
But why? With the
Because-
throw home, he couldn't manage to stand up and get to second. That's what
Oh, I
meant.
see. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Not a very good
Not
attempt
good
at
base.
base
No,
running.
you're right. You're right.
Berkenbosch, one ball, and
Well, it could be, Rick, maybe the umpire called timeout because the injury was really bad. He might have stopped the play, which is wrong.
which he shouldn't do, of course. Terran. Strike.
Wow, that's a ball.
That's a good call for the pitch.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I remember only one guy got that in the major league. That was Greg Maddux. He pitch a ball outside, he gets strikes all the time. I'd go to the Hall of Fame also. I had that strike zone.
1-1 count. Breaking ball, and he hits him to the gap. That's trouble. Cardona gets to the fence. Kroos goes from home to score. And now Amsterdam has a brand new 2-run lead. And this is trouble for Rimini.
They're the Dutch fans, for
The
sure.
Dutch fans start celebrating. Hanging breaking ball, Berkenbosch gets the double and scores Kroos from first. No emotion on Charlie Urbano's side.
No, he's a professional.
Very good inside-out
He
swing
knows
by
that-
Berkenbosch.
He knows the game's not over yet. Rimini still has to hit.
Cardona does everything all right, but there's no time for an out at home. Rimini got their first out at the home plate. I am not sure I agree with going to the bullpen. After all, Corradini hadn't given up anything.
They
Just
know-
made a not
yeah, I
very
know.
good throw to first.
Well, they know better. Maybe he's got a pitch count. And maybe they know him better than we do.
Of course they do.
Who knows? It's the only thing I can see is a pitch count, or just mixing up the cards, because they've seen Corradini already for about a couple of innings.
And Terran had a multi-inning performance last night
I
in
see.
the semifinal.
I see.
Carlos Terran.
Ooh, something happened there.
Comes back with the breaking ball, no fair, after giving up a double to Berkenbosch.
I think it was a foul ball that caught the catcher. or the umpire, one of the two.
And Babini is now playing second after Noguera left the field in pain.
Yeah, that's a bad injury right there.
Looked bad.
I know what kind of injury that is. That's a shoulder injury. That could be a surgery.
Breaking ball, strikes out.
Wow, you know, the Amsterdam team, they against the curveball, they had really a bad time. They look bad all day on these curveballs. First a Candelaria.
That was a ball,
But hey, the hitter saw a strike.
Awesomes. 3 for 3 and then struck out in the 8th. Now it's his 5th appearance of the game. Fast ball inside for a foul ball, strike one.
Boy, these Dutch players look like basketball players. They're all tall guys. Inside.
Ball one. Second strike on this foul ball. Looks late.
Yeah, he was. The thing we did was he opened his right shoulder. It's dragging the bat, and he dragged the bat. It goes a foul ball late to the left side. Bad technique. He turned his head, he turned his shoulder, he turned everything, and turned the bat too late.
Nice and the breaking ball for the strike three. Nice and Olsens, who had 3 hits the first 3 times up, now is on 2 Ks in a row, 2 strikeouts in a row. Now it's a hard time for Rimini. They have to score at least 2 to get to the 11th.
Yeah, Rimini's got their final countdown right now, Rick, and it's now or never. You got to work for those 2 runs right now.
Di Fabio is at bat in the 10th, while Camargo is out. Zappone, number 1, is at second, and Babini, who took the field for Noguera, is at first. Tries to bunt them over and almost gives up out. Just a little late for the catch.
Well, that's a bad technique in bunting. When you bunt a ball, you got to have the bat at a 45-degree angle, and he had it parallel to the ground. And doing that, it's very easy that you get a pop-up.
De Simone is trying to tell something to Di Fabio, the more experienced player.
That's good.
One thing is, you don't have to think about getting to first, but about advancing runs.
You're sacrificing yourself, okay? So you're not doing a drag bunt to get a base hit, like you said, but he's got to keep the bat at a 45-degree angle and make sure he doesn't hit it to the pitcher. Because if he hit it to the pitcher, he can throw to third base.
1 strike. Another chance to bunt. The block shows back. And this strike. But Rimini tries to steal and succeeds. The ball is over the head of the third baseman. And Zappone scores.
Wow.
Bad mistake by Gerald. He shouldn't have thrown.
Munoz risqueando, eh?